What's up, Cricket Rockstar Nation? Welcome back to another video. It started with 20 teams, down to the Big 8, down to the Final 4, the showpiece final, and now we officially have a winner. Yes, my dear friends, India have gone back to back. They have won its second consecutive ICC Men's T20 title after a comprehensive whooping. What I mean by that is they completely trashed New Zealand in all three departments, beating them by 96 runs in what was a lopsided final at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad. Now folks, let me just tell you all something. I wanted this final to be more competitive than it was, but in the end it turned out to be a one-sided affair, and if I be honest with you all, the Indian fans got what they deserved. As for the New Zealand fans, it was yet another heartbreak for the Blackcaps, but nevertheless, it's all part of the game. Now, New Zealand at the start of the game won the toss and sent the Indians into bat in a decision which I find so bizarre and interesting. But here's the interesting fact. In every single final that India have appeared in, every time when they have batted first, they have virtually won, with the exception of the 2014 ICC Men's T20 World Cup final, which they went under to the Sri Lankans in what was a very close game. But nevertheless, when India came out to bat first, they came out all guns blazing. It was courtesy Abhishek Sharma. He scored. He had a very difficult time during this year's T20 World Cup, but he made amends for it in the final, scoring what has to be one of the fastest 50s in the T20 World Cup knockout history. He made an 18-ball 50. But the real rock star of the show was once again Sanju Samson. He made 89 of 42 deliveries and became the third player after Pakistan's Shahid Afridi and fellow Indian Virat Kohli to score a half century in a T20 World Cup semi-final or final. He ended up getting the Player of the Match award ahead of Pakistan's Zahizabad Farhan, who, mind you, was the leading run scorer before the finals. And let me tell you all something. Not only the openers got 50s, even Ishan Kishan, he came in at number 3 and blazed his way to 54. And then after the 3 top order batters got out, the others came and went very cheaply. And I thought to myself at one stage, is this part of the script or not? But it turns out that it's all part of the movie script and not a match that was fixed in any ways. But nevertheless, India did finish on a huge 255 for the loss of 5 wickets from 20 overs at, get this folks, an incredible run rate of 12.75 runs per over. New Zealand knew that chasing 256 in 20 overs was going to be an uphill battle, as their big guns failed to fire big time. Finn Allen made 7, Rachin Ravindra 1, even Glenn Phillips made 5, and those were the big 3 that was the key for the New Zealanders in the run chase, as the Blackcaps capitulated in the power play, and that's where they virtually lost the game. In fact, not just that alone, they had lost the game right after the first innings was finished, because going at almost 13 runs and over for a T20 game, especially modern times, is absolutely outrageous. They not only failed, but the 2 guys that stood up and scored runs were the ones that were scoring the bulk of the runs throughout the campaign and getting wickets at those crucial times. I'm talking about Tim Seifert. He made 52 of 26 deliveries, which was another quick 50 at the top of the order. And Mitchell Santner, the captain, he chipped in with 43 of 35, which was not just enough at all. It wasn't enough, period. But on the whole, it was an absolute mauling. Jasprit Bumrah, the star of the World Cup once again for India, he ended up at the top of the wicket-taking list once again, finishing with figures of 4 wickets for 15 from 4 overs. Yes, he only conceded just 15 runs and took 4 wickets. And this is a guy, let me tell you all something. He's not just a magician with his brutal Yorkers, but with those impressive slower balls as well. So watch out. Other than those 2 Kiwi batters that made crucial knocks, the rest of the batting order failed in the end, as India bowled out New Zealand for 159 after 19 overs, finishing the match by defeating the Kiwis by 96 runs on a third ICC Men's T20 World Cup title, its second one in a row, and they've also become the first country to win a T20 World Cup on home soil. Huge congratulations to the Indian team on going back-to-back titles, and to do it on your home turf is more special. Surya Kumar Yadav, your captaincy was absolutely outstanding. Although he didn't do much with the bat throughout this competition, his captaincy was top-notch. And then also, let's talk about the revelations and the returns of Sanju Samson and also Ishan Kishan. Now, those two guys who I just mentioned were out of the Indian team for a good while, and for those guys to come back in and perform at the right time for India, they needed their top order batters to do the job, and that's what they did. And then if those two, Samson and Kishan, were revelations, so as Abhishek Sharma, who came good in the final after having a disappointing competition with the bat on the whole. Jasprit Bumrah, as I just mentioned, his magical Yorkers and slower deliveries was simply box office and outstandingly simply the best. And let me also say this one more thing. You have to lose at least one game in this competition if you want to go all the way to become champions, because going undefeated right throughout the campaign and collapsing at the wrong time can hit you in a big way. Hats off to India once again on yet another T20 World Cup title win, and spare thought for New Zealand. I thought they played magnificently well right throughout the competition, but at the crucial times they made a big mess of it, especially at that toss today, where I thought sending the Indians into bat on what was a flat wicket was the biggest blunder slash blooper that literally murdered the New Zealanders campaign. Overall, talking about the Kiwis though, they've had some bright stars in this competition other than Tim Seifert and Glenn Phillips and Finn Allen. Those top three, and even Rachin Ravindra, those four I should say, were simply brilliant. Rachin didn't have a good campaign with the bat, but he came well with his part-time bowling. But those three, Allen, Phillips and Seifert, they're box office players that you cannot write off from ball one, because if you write them off, you're in trouble, you know that. And when they love to come out guns blazing from ball one, you better prepare to send your fielders back, because you know you're going to be in trouble. With that said, I'm going to wrap it up for this video. Hope you guys liked it, and I hope all of you all enjoyed the ICC Men's T20 World Cup like myself. And until we meet again, folks, be good, be cool, stay frosty. We will continue, and most importantly, the only thing more powerful than hate is love. Bye bye for now.